There we go. Hello. A really early stream, honestly. Not the hours that I'm used to, but sure. Yeah, honestly, wanted to stream on more like a closer hour to normal, but yeah, no, not going to happen for a while. Maybe tomorrow or something. I'm not really sure. So yeah, wasn't expecting this early. Yeah, me neither. I'm drinking some coffee, have something to eat in the afternoon. So yeah, pretty early for me. 5 p.m. Yeah, 5 p.m. When I said early, it was early. I'm on a biking trail right now. Almost died. What? Are you okay? Are you okay? That's the important question. So yeah, weird hours from now on, basically. I really needed the sleep this past week. I don't think I'm going to be able to stream at the normal 9 p.m. because that's basically the hour I need to be sleeping already. Just think this trail's a bit advanced for me. Okay, it's good to know your limits. In the future, you can maybe go again and see if you're better at it. It's been a long time since I rode a bicycle. I most likely have forgotten how to already. It's nice to have some activities to do outside. I'm always inside my home, so yeah, not really the best. Aside from taking care of my plants, I'm always like indoors. It's sometimes nice to be outside. If you have the means to get there, you have like really good spaces for it. Very nice, very recommendable for your health and everything. For mental health too. Didn't buy a stream at the moment, so I'm out of shape. I'm so out of shape. Yeah, sometimes happens. I'm doing a lot of stuff, and this week, like I was like, oh, maybe I can start doing some, some exercise at home, right? I used to do that a lot, and I was like, okay, I can do that. First day, I finished like all the stuff that I wanted to do. That is very little because I'm super out of shape. I know I'm out of shape. And I was like, okay, that wasn't so bad. Maybe tomorrow I can do more. Next day, everything hurted. Absolutely everything. It was worse than I thought. I thought I could do it, and I could not. I need to move more. I need to do more stuff. Winter got me soft. Yeah. It's very difficult to do everything on a daily basis. It takes a lot of time to get back in shape. Not only get back in shape, but actually being able to do stuff. I used to be able to do so much, and now I'm just, nope. I just, my body just shuts down. It's like, nope, no, you're not. So yeah, I would love to just be able to get out my house and work, but they're not the best places to be walking around. And even if I want to do somewhere else, I will need to take a bus and everything. So yeah, not really the best option for it. Having to spend the bus ticket is actually not cheap. So yeah, I should work more, and I should do more stuff like going around, walk for like half an hour and stuff, but not around the areas that I usually am at. Trying to get out more and out of my comfort zone. Good. We should all be doing that. I'm gonna make bread for the first time tomorrow. Hopefully it works out. Do you have all the stuff? Do you need tips? I know how to make bread. Bread, but how? Like with how do you call it? Starter? Bread with starter, or just the easier way without it, and just store bought starter or something? I don't know what you call it. I wish you all the luck. My first the first time is going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. Easier. I'm just starting this. Okay, because there's people that jump straight to using a starter without really knowing much, so that's why I asked. But yeah, good luck on that. It's pretty nice to have like homemade bread, so you're going to enjoy it if you pick it up as a hobby. Very nice, very recommendable. Currently I have like a coffee and I have a sandwich, and the sandwich is from homemade bread, so I'm having a lot of no, I'm very happy. There you go. It sounds delicious, and it is. And there's so many types that you can do, so many variations that you can learn how to bake. It's so good. But yeah, you can do the normal one. I do the normal one. Which what are you going to try to do? Like just bread? You can put a lot of stuff into making bread. The other day when I went out to eat with my friends, they gave us like this little pieces of bread with different sauces, right? I got an entry, and one of the breads had olives inside of it. It was so tasty, so nice. So good. Doing grilled cheese and tomato soup. Good combination. Good combination. That's so nice. That sounds good. But yeah, I feel like baking bread and like a few other stuff in the kitchen should be more, what do you call it, standard practice? Like as a way to, you know, just not have to buy everything. I mean, I like making bread and stuff. Oh. There you go. I thought my phone was on silent. It wasn't. But yeah, it's also very time consuming if you think about it, so... But generally, baking bread, at least for me, is something that I do in between things. Like if I'm cleaning, I need to clean, like I start it, I let it rise, and while it's rising, I'm doing something else. So actually, the time that you spend making the bread is not that much. You just have to wait in between a lot. Wonder bread isn't normal bread, so that Wonder got me interested. Wonder. Is it like a label or? Hello, Leaf. Hi. How are you? How's been your life? How are you doing? Wonder bread, the stuff that's all over America stores. So like store bought, like in a supermarket. Wonder bread. Never knew about that. If I Google it, will something appear? I wonder. Here we have like oh, that ones, the ones that come in slices, like in slices. Yeah, I don't know this type of like label, but we do have a few bread labels or whatever they're called. That is kind of similar, but yeah, it's pretty different from homemade. The stuff that, oh good lord, even just walking up the hill is hard. I gotta get out of here. Yeah, that should be your priority, getting safely home. Focusing on college and other projects. Good. I'm kind of currently in the same thing. I went back to study and it's been killing me, so lots of luck to you, Leaf. We need it. Hope you do well this is it semesters over there? Semesters or like annual subjects? Semesters, right? Do we do semesters like 3 months? Wait, March, April, June, July. Yeah, 3 to 4 semesters. And then a little bit of a rest and then 3 to 4 semesters more. I'm gonna go. Hopefully it's close to the place I can. So, peace. Good luck, Tell Spartan. See you another time. Bye-bye. Hope you get there safely. There we go. Semester system. Okay. Yeah, same as here. I was not sure exactly how other places do. But yeah, this is going to be a very busy year. Lots of things to study, lots of things to remember with my goldfish brain. So yeah, it's going to take a lot of me. But yeah, hopefully I'll get more used to it. And we all do well. Part of the reason that I hadn't been able to stream much was because my routine changed and it completely broke me. Like my day is so different that I'm just so tired all the time. Pretty tired. Haven't been sleeping well. You know those things when you're just you have to do something different and you're just like, oh, you need to wake up at, let's say, for example, 4 a.m., right? You need to wake up at 4. You never wake up at that time. And then you're just like, I need to be very careful because I need to wake up at that time, take the bus, get to where I need to be, you know? And then you're like, okay, I'll sleep early. You kind of manage everything so that you can go to sleep early and have a good night's rest. And then you're just like, but what if you don't wake up, you know? And your brain is just like, did you check the alarms? Did you put them? Did you actually activate them? So then you're just checking your alarms like 1,000 times. It's just, come on, man. Let me sleep. And it's like 2 a.m. and you need to wake up in like 3 hours and you're just like, stop. It took me around a week to stop doing that, but still it's like I'm struggling with my sleeping schedule. Yeah, you're not able to sleep and then you just need to sit down somewhere doing whatever is either is your job or studying or anything and you just falling asleep. Thankfully, I haven't fallen asleep yet in a public setting, but I eventually will. So yeah, it's been rough. Weather was not helping at all. There were 2 days this week that rained when it shouldn't have, because there was no weather report of there being rain at any point. They were like, oh, it's not going to rain until Sunday. Guess who ended up getting caught in the rain outside. Not having any way to like escape it because I needed to take the bus. So I needed to run like 2 blocks towards the bus stop in the rain without a coat, without an umbrella because it was sunny. Like 3 hours ago, it was sunny. It was such a nice day, and suddenly got really cloudy. There was a lot of wind, and then the rain. 2 days in a row. And then 4 hours later, there's sun again. No more rain, no more wind, and sunny. I'm surprised I'm not sick. I'm surprised I'm not sick, honestly. That's generally all it takes for me to fall sick, but I hope I'm not. Yeah, I wake up tomorrow and I'm just destroyed and I'm going to be pretty angry. But yeah, been an interesting week. A lot of stuff happening. I love rain. Don't suffer much from it. It doesn't rain much, but I live. Oh, here's like every other day. Oh, wait, I lied. Like the last few years, we had like how do you call it? A drought? Like when it doesn't rain as much as it should. Yeah, I think it's that. We have had that. It wasn't raining. Water reserves were kind of drying up. It wasn't good. But generally, we do have a very humid weather and it rains every other day. That's good because they stole my windshield wiper. Oh no. Let's hope you don't encounter any rain. Let's really hope you don't. I was, when it was raining, I actually had to take a bus, right? And I was in the bus. It was like it was sunny outside. Sunny, no, it was daylight. Like during the day. And I was like looking outside the window of the bus and I couldn't see anything. Just that hard. It was raining that hard. I was like trying to look outside, being like, where the fuck am I? And I could not see anything. I could see the lights from the cars, but that's it. Because there was just so much water pouring down on the windows of the bus that I just could not distinguish where I was. Thankfully, I kind of know like where it goes, so I didn't really need to look outside that much. But it was kind of surprising. I was like, it's daytime, but it really looked like the sun was almost gone on a cloudy day. It was so weird. I really hate when that happens. Mostly because after that, there was sun. It was sunny. It was pretty hot. The day was hot. It was the worst. Changes in temperature, and I don't like. And then the same happened the next day. That was the worst. Like, if it happens once, then yeah, sure. But then it happens twice in a row, and it's just like, okay, man, stop. Stop it. And now we're back to 30 degrees Celsius of temperature, so... yeah, I hope it doesn't rain much. I mean, it will rain at some point. Because generally these types of... what do you call it? Variations in temperature means that there's a lot of rain coming up in these next few days. So yeah, we will see. We will see. Thankfully, I already prepared dinner and stuff. We're making pizza today, so I already prepared everything that's involved in making pizza. So because I did that, I was like, oh, maybe I'll just stream for a bit and see how it works, this type of timing and stuff. And then I'll just see. if tomorrow we can do something else, or like another time and stuff like that. I'm not sure. But yeah, thankfully I have dinner kind of solved. Which is how do you call it? It's kind of nice because if I had to keep up with the making all the stuff while I had to stream, it would be a mess. You got the pineapple? Don't bring it here. Don't bring it near me. Hi, Rolando. Brazilian barbecue. What's the... Wait, Brazilian barbecue. Ooh, the other day we ate... like last Sunday. We ate parrilla with my family. Asado. It was so nice. I was so happy. It's kind of like, yeah, barbecue, you would call it, I think. I was so happy. So happy. And roasted potatoes. I enjoyed that food a lot. So yeah, today I ate pasta on lunch. Yeah, pasta. And then now we're getting pizza. And then tomorrow, I don't know. But as we say here, what do you call it in English? The Lord will provide. Señor proveerá. It's kind of like I'll leave it up to God. Okay, wait. Brazilian style barbecue. Mixed grill with meats cooked on a... Ah, wait. Is it the sticks? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know what it is. I know what it is. Okay, I was like, which one is it? Because maybe it was something different. Fennel. Churrasco. I don't know the real name on English. Oh, it's like a thin steak, I think. Like a thin piece of meat. If it is the same one that I'm thinking about. Oh, with potato. What do you call it? Potato. When you smashed potatoes. I like that with smashed potatoes. It's so nice. Puré de papa. It's like all Brazilian food, and that I know. Okay. Yeah, seems really nice. Really good. Really, really, really nice. Anything that you made like with fire seems like it has like another flavor, you know? It's like I could do potatoes in the oven and they won't taste the same as if I'm making them on the, how do you call it? Parrilla. Do you guys have a word for that in particular? Hi Hans, hello. How are you doing? We're talking about food and what we have eaten this week. How have you been? A grill? Oh, maybe a grill. But like a specific one where you put the fire. Is it also called a grill? Mashed potatoes with gravy. I'm not sure about gravy. Is it? Wait, gravy is the thing that I'm thinking of, right? Is it? Oh, yeah. I never really looked at it. I don't think so. I don't think I have tried it, but I don't think it would be a bad combination. To be honest, potatoes go with almost absolutely everything. It's been great. Same is true for you. Yes. Had an interesting week with some complicated things, but I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. I'm pretty happy lately. I mean, super happy. Tired, but happy. What was I saying? I forgot. Oh yeah, the gravy. I don't think we have ever made that, at least here at home. I generally just we just do the smashed potatoes and just maybe, yeah, no, I don't think I have. I just put the, how is it? Wait, there's a difference between condiments and spice. I think. Like spices, maybe? You kind of add some taste to it. I don't think I have put something else on smashed potatoes. Oh, but the other day we made croquetas. How do you call that? Croquette? Croquette? It's the ones where you put the mashed potatoes or rice. You can do it with rice too. Or with both. We generally use both because they are leftovers. You're gonna put those. You can put some fillings sometimes. You can put like cheese or ham or whatever. And then you could just grab them. Put them on, I think, how do you call it? Eggs? So you kind of stir them a little bit to mix them up. And then you put them on breadcrumbs. It's basically kind of like how you do on... Is it the same? Is it kind of like a potato nugget? Call it croquetten. Don't know in English though. Maybe that's where it comes from. No, not a baked potato. Let me see if I can find a picture. Croquetas. Croquetas. Yeah, these ones. Wait. God, I haven't been streaming and for some reason I kind of forgot about everything. God. There we go. Give me a second. No, it's not there. I sometimes, wait, there we go. That one. I think. This type of things. You know? This ones. But they are made of, like potatoes, like smashed potatoes inside. And they are also made from rice, sometimes. We use a mix of both. Because we do use, sometimes we use leftovers. So yeah, basically. This little thingies. Salgadinho, that's how I call it. Really? Huh. That's an interesting name. I wouldn't have guessed that at all. But yeah, it's that one, that food. Like a monster from Monster Hunter. Oh god, I like that little comparison there. I wouldn't have made that connection, but reminds me of a maybe a hash brown. What is a hash brown? Hash brown. What is it made of? How to make one? No, don't give me a recipe. Finely julienne potatoes that have been fried until golden brown. Oh no. No, it isn't. This one has like breadcrumbs outside of it. They can be fried, but they can also be baked on an oven, which is always nice because here in my house we don't really do many fried stuff. They're not really, and like I really enjoy fried food, but it's just not something that we have a habit of making, unless it's like a very specific thing, like fried fish, for example. I like fried fish a lot. I don't really do many fried, how do you call it, potatoes? French fries? They're just a little bit too time consuming for me, and I'm the designated person that fries all the stuff. And generally gets burnt at some point in the process. So yeah, we don't do that much. But yeah, the other day we made some of those. They were so tasty. I love them. Really nice. We also some of them we put cheese on them, like mozzarella. They were so nice. Fried potato with eggs. Ooh, that's so nice. That's really good. Some other times, like more recently, we never really had a habit of asking for like getting delivery. But my dad has been very fond of ordering something we call gramajo, which is fried potatoes with, I think, eggs, onions, bacon, ham, a lot of cheese. And they do bring like oh, how do you call it? Pepper? Is it pepper? Like the root? No. How is morron? Morron in English. What's it called? Bell pepper. Ah, okay. Bell pepper. Also has like bell peppers, the red one. And it also has a few spices. I don't even know what it has. That is pretty nice. You get like a bowl and you just eat from there. It's so nice. If you guys' mission was to make me hungry, you have succeeded. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You better get some food. I'm currently eating, so I didn't realize. I'm eating a sandwich with a coffee because it's very early for me. And it's time for merienda. Later I will have dinner, but for now it's merienda. I don't have a translation for the term. It's just a snack during the afternoon. Generally not the best if you talk about it from the, I don't know, nutritional side. It's a Spanish thing, right? I think it is. Because if you think about it in English, it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, and if you're very pushing it too much, there's also supper. If I think about it, it's an English thing, I think. Don't quote me on that. But here we have desayuno, which is breakfast, lunch, which is almuerzo. Then we have merienda at like 4 to 7 p.m. And then dinner is like, some places is like from 8 p.m. to like 12, 1. It's kind of, we're very loose with the time. A lot of people have dinner very, very, very late. And other people have it like 7 p.m., 8 p.m. There's not really a rule. But merienda is a thing and we all have it. Just the little snacks that you get from coming back from school. Because we generally, I never really thought about it, but generally, if you have classes, if you had school as a child, in the afternoon, sometimes you had it on like the mornings, but if you had it during the afternoon, you got off school at like 5. Kind of, yeah, 5, around 5 p.m. You will get to your house, and we have that. We all, most of us, either we have like cocoa or like coffee, like coffee with milk. So it will be kind of like a latte, I think. We have, oof, yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that. Early dish, middle day eating, and evening bread. Oh, middle day food. Ah, okay. Eating and food is the same word. Ah, I didn't know that. Food and eating. Ah, interesting. Well, I mean, it kind of makes sense. It's something that you eat. Huh. It's kind of interesting seeing how people just named their time of day in which they eat something in their own languages. It's always kind of nice. If you think about it, Spanish and English have like, it's almost like a direct translation, because breakfast, at least for breakfast, it's just breaking fast. So it's kind of like you come from a lot of hours without eating, so you eat something, kind of. Stop it. You know, I don't know how to explain it, but in Spanish it's basically this desayuno, which is the same. Des means stopping, kind of, in a way. The fasting. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is more than 3 languages in a trench coat, I think. It is way more than that. Maybe another language is on the hat, and 2 more for the boots. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, it is kind of the like a direct translation from English to Spanish on breakfast and desayuno. The rest is like nothing. Brazil, we just have 3 times to eat. Oh, interesting. Café de mañana, almuerzo y jantar. That makes sense. I think, how many countries do we have 4? I feel like in Argentina it's the same. So that's at least 2. I don't know. Clearly speaking German for the young folk like myself, I will curse anyone who says otherwise. English and German have kind of merged. Kind of merged in what type of way? Do you like lend each other words? Or is it because it kind of has the same basis? Kind of like Spanish and Italian. Breakfast, brunch, lunch, supper, dinner, and midnight Taco Bell. And don't forget about second breakfast. I thought you were going there. People just throw in English words in a sentence. Yeah, here happens, the same happens here. Sometimes it's just easier. Sometimes it happens to me that sometimes I'm just talking to someone and English just comes forward because it's kind of like the language that I get a lot of news and a lot of information in. So I kind of default into that because I read the topic or I heard about the topic on that language. So I kind of default into it. I shouldn't do that. I should try to explain things in Spanish, but it kind of happens. But yeah, there's a lot of English words that are being used, or they are kind of changed a little bit to fit Spanish. Just like English has taken a lot of words from other languages. And they just make no sense with the grammar, but they're there. They just change the pronunciation sometimes. Which is kind of weird, I don't know. The Taco Bell run. I mean, there's always time for a snack after dinner, you know? That doesn't count. It's not part of the main, how do you call it? Of the main meals, doesn't count. I don't like going in the afternoon to buy churros. They don't count. They are not part of the meal. Oh, I'm enjoying my food. Yeah, light one. I don't want to know what it's a meal for you. 6 burgers, 2 medium fries, and a Diet Coke. Oh god. Oh, I saw something about that. I saw a reel on my Instagram. It was in Spanish, but it was like everyone takes care of themselves as they want to, right? That was kind of the title of it. And there was this girl that was making herself some oatmeal, I think it's oatmeal pancakes. And she was like, well, while I'm doing this, you know, trying to be healthy and stuff, I'm just eating this other thing while I wait. And she just starts laughing. And I'm just like, that's me. She was basically saying like, y de mientras me estoy comiendo una factura. Because she was from Argentina, so I love it so much. I love that reel so much. Just like trying to be healthy while eating something not so healthy while waiting. It was great. Diet Coke, just to be healthy. Exactly. Doesn't count if you eat it at night. God can't see you. Yeah, exactly. Kind of like how my religion teacher thought God wouldn't hear her if she whispered. It's kind of like it would make sense, you know, because that way God can only pay attention at daytime, which means if we are right that the earth is round, then it means that he can pay attention to one half of the world and then pay attention to the other half. One half of the world at a time. That's very effective. It for sure is not going to end up in something bad happening. But yeah, I can see a lot of people doing the diet Coke thing. It's just like, yeah, but you're eating the other stuff. Like, one thing does not negate the other one. I mean, as long as you're doing it because you want to, right? But don't try to justify it with it. People call Ra. Ah, okay, the god, okay. Ra had his name in ancient Egypt at night time as they believed it would bring great misfortune. Ah, wooden call, okay. I was like, oh god. He just went to sleep. Why would you anger him? It will make no sense. I mean, there's always those types of beliefs, right? At some point, someone was like, I won't do this because it would anger the gods. And there would be like some sort of justification for it. Because that kind of would make sense. Maybe it would be that he wasn't there to protect you because you couldn't see the sun or whatever. What was the sun, right? No, why am I confusing myself? Wait. Where's my Egypt knowledge? Where has it gone through? Yeah, it is Ra. Okay. Oh god. Night he goes through the underworld. Exactly. No one wants to mess with the gods too much. I can see that Toad Spartan is getting somewhere in his was it a hike? Not a hike, but a bike trail. I hope you get home safe. I see him sending he sent a picture to the Discord. That's such a pretty place though. Such a pretty place. I kind of forget that for some of you it's winter. You're getting out of winter, but it's still winter, I think. Oh no! Oh, okay, wait, it's 21st. Yeah, I mean, kind of there. I'm kind of in autumn already. So now you should be spring for you. Yeah. I was like, wait. It just became spring, yeah. I had to think about it. I was like, oh yeah, no, it's winter. Wait a minute. Wait. Summer should have less here. Diet Coke offsets the calories, so it doesn't count towards your daily calorie count. You save like 300 cal by drinking Diet Coke. And you can put the saving on eating other stuff. Yeah. It's kind of like the thought process, I think. Like, yeah, it kind of works that way, but... What the hell is a kilometer? Hola, Demios. Hola, Bis. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Qué has comido? We're talking about food. ¿Cómo has estado? But yeah, I kind of thought it was still summer. So then I kind of was like, wait, no, Yesterday was 20th March. Comí choripán, pero me cayó. Uf. Ay, no. Espero que te mejores. Pero valió la pena. Because sometimes things don't do great to you. They're not great to your stomach, but they were worth it. 1,000 meters, which is the distance light travels in one... okay. A kilometer. C is the speed of light. C is... what? Is that like a definition? Sí valió la pena completamente, sí. Ah, bueno, entonces está mejor. Me quedo tranquila. Because the worst thing that can happen if you eat something that you're expecting it to be good is not that good, and on top of all, it breaks your stomach or whatever. Just makes you feel sick. It's just the worst. But yeah, sometimes we have to risk our health for good food. But I do hope you get better. God. Oof. Okay, I had to stretch a little bit. Ouch. I did mention that everything hurted this week, so I need to take care of my back. Ow. So stiff. I should be moving more. Ouch. There we go. Way better. I still have my coffee. I'm so slow. Almost been like an hour since I've gotten something to eat and stuff, and I still have it. This is the symbol of the speed of light in physics. Ah, okay, yeah. Sometimes it's like a... Sometimes it's a very specific letter, and I haven't had to calculate anything with the speed of light, so... Yeah. I would not have remembered that. I think I read the scientists discovered a way to trap light. For what? Trap light in what way? Like being able to light up a room without a source? C equals choripan. It could be, it could be. Could be. I mean, sometimes you know when you're like in the middle of class and you're following the equation, right? The professor is doing the equation on the whiteboard or the blackboard or whatever, and you're just like, okay, I understand the symbols, I know what they're talking about, and then suddenly your mind kind of wanders for a second, and then suddenly you understand nothing. And you're just like, what was which? What's going on? It happens to me. Sometimes I get so lost in the process. If I don't take notes of the whole process in like a piece of paper or something, I just lose like track of what I'm doing. And it's just a bunch of numbers and letters that I don't know what they mean. One has to trap light as it passes through a certain area and it could be viewed. Interesting. What uses would it have? Would it just be for the sake of it, to see if you can do it? I'm trying to think, but not really getting results. It's been a long time since I've been in a physics class, so... At least... Yeah, a physics class that has to do something with light. And things like that. I've been for other stuff, but not light. Okay, it has other applications, good. Yeah, I'm not good with so many topics on physics and stuff. I'm bad at it. I need to kind of understand, like get all of the explanations of stuff to actually understand what's going on in physics. And even if I say understand, it's just a very basic understanding of what's going on. Because to be fair, not even physicists are 100% sure of what's going on there. It's like it does light trapped in time, like it was a video game. That's an interesting concept. That's an interesting thing. Pero perdón, profe, que estaba ocupado no durmiéndome. Claro. Claro que sí. I was trying not to fall asleep. I'm so sorry. Can you please repeat it again? Yeah, one time, I think it was on a physics class or something. I actually fell asleep. Like, fall asleep. Like, my head was hanging to the side. And it was the whole row of people. It was like at least 4 to 5 people that were on the same row, all next to each other. And we all fell asleep. Poor teacher, poor professor. It was not his fault. We were just way too sleep deprived, but God, that was the worst case that I've seen. It was like, what are the chances that all of us were sitting right next to each other? Imagine you're teaching something and you turn around to look at your students and you see like a whole row of people just asleep. Oh God, that would have been. Thankfully, it never repeated itself. But it was bad. It was like the first class. It was like an 8 a.m. class, if I remember correctly, and it was not good. My knowledge only goes to the basics of quantum mechanics. I don't need much more for chemistry. Yeah, I don't even know what that is. Like quantum mechanics, what is that? I'm super bad at physics. And don't get me started with chemistry. I forgot everything. Like absolutely everything. Unless it's common sense. You know, common sense stuff. Like do not mix cleaning products. The type of knowledge. But yeah, all the technical parts are gone. Gone from my head. Away they go. Physical behavior of microscopic systems like electrons. No clue. Like, you know when you read something, you're like, I know what each word says, but no more than that. To be honest, I never needed it, so that's why. It does sound like, no. I just read that and I was like, no. Mixing cleaning products won't make it stronger. It won't. It could make a stronger poison, but that's not what you're looking for. Honestly, a lot of parts of physics sound really interesting, but just to have a basic understanding, because honestly, I would not be able to keep up. Newtonian mechanics, big. Quantum mechanics, very small. It seems so. That's a good idea. That's a good way to put the two ideas together. No te preocupes si tienes que mezclar esto, nomás explota. You know the other day I got like a few reels, and they were about, clarification, I have no TikTok. I don't use it, and I wouldn't touch it with a 10-meter pole. But it got to my attention that there's a part of TikTok that is about cleaning, and they are showing these people mix absolutely every single product, and I'm just like, how are you alive? That is not a good idea. No matter what product, you do not mix them up. You use one product, then you discard the water that you used the product in it, and then you put more water, you put another product. Like, I see those videos and I'm just like, what the fuck? Y después se lo toman. No. I hope not. It could work. It's just big cleaning that doesn't want the average show to have access to that kind of power. No. It is for rage bait and engagement, yes, but I feel like it's not a good idea. Because maybe, let's say 1,000 people saw it, but then there's like that one person that actually wanted to get like tips for cleaning, sees that, doesn't really sirve para el dolor de garganta. I know. Maybe someone that's not really well versed in what the internet is like, so it's kind of like, maybe I'll try it, you know, they kind of mixed it, kind of worked. You never know if you can trust the how do you call it, the results either. So there's it's just so dangerous for people. It doesn't even have to be like, oh, children are going to see it and are going to mimic the behavior. No, it's like adults are also like that, so people should really be more careful about it. Shouldn't be mixing cleaning products or anything. There has been an uptick in amount of calls to poison control as a result. Yeah, that's... And even if you think... And that's just the calls, the people that actually know who to call. I guess there's a lot of people that don't know who to call, and they're just hoping for the best. And a lot of people that, well, was a bit too late. But I really don't like those cleaning videos. I hated it so much. Because it's just very damaging. Like, I mean, yeah, pretty colors, and you mix them all together and you just have formless blob of products, and then you just like... First of all, why would you waste so much money on cleaning products? I don't know if what the prices are for cleaning products. Some cleaning products here are pretty expensive. So a video of a lady cleaning her toilet with her bare hands, mixing products and going all in the bowl was gross. Yeah, I know. You always use gloves. Even if we take away the fact that it was toilet that she was cleaning, always use the gloves. Anytime. Like anything to protect your hands, because those chemicals, sometimes they can burn your skin if you use them too much. They affect your nails too. It's not a good idea to have direct contact with the cleaning products generally. Fumes make me see funny things. Don't use it for recreational purposes either. No, but yeah, you also have to be very careful with that. You need to be in a well-ventilated place to use some of the products. And honestly, be careful with stuff. That's the least crazy thing you see on TikTok. Yeah, most likely. I mean, I'm not questioning that. That's why I don't have it. I don't use it. So yeah. Hello, Fishy. Hi. How are you? If fumes bad, then why do they make me feel funny? I mean, maybe they make you feel funny because they're bad. Maybe, just maybe. We don't know. Oh, the renovation videos. Yeah, no, I hate them so much. When I... See, this is the thing. This is the thing. Sometimes I look at those videos and I'm like, okay, the idea was there. Because I do believe that sometimes they have the best, like a good intention, right? The idea was there. Everything's fine, right? And sometimes I feel like either the process is not the best, or the end result is good now, but in like a few weeks it's going to just fall apart. So yeah, it's kind of like, I mean, yes and no. Yes and no. You could do things a little bit better, I guess. But to be honest, sometimes it's very difficult to find how to do stuff when you're home renovating or you're doing like some sort of big project. So I don't blame people that end up doing things a little bit badly. The thing is that they should be saying what they're doing. For example, you know those videos that they just bring down, they demolish like a wall when it's like wood framing and stuff? People just get rid of a whole wall, right? But the thing that they don't mention, and sometimes they do mention in the comments, is we did a study prior to see if that wall was structural or not. Because if you destroy a wall that has some sort of structure, you're buying yourself a problem, a really big one, because you should never do that. So yeah, sometimes I feel like those videos don't have enough information for them not to be dangerous for other people, even if they themselves did everything right. Read the story of a professor steering 30% what is a chap with his bare finger? Oh, maybe it's like, oh, okay, yeah, it must be a chemical. I think I know which one you're talking about, but I don't remember the syllables well. If you wash your hands thoroughly after, it's not that terrible, but it's still incredibly stupid. Yeah, you should never touch anything. hydrogen fluoride. Yeah, one of those had to be. It's like one of those things that if you're in a lab, you should never touch anything that's inside like a flask or anything. Don't touch it, no matter how safe it is. Even if someone looks at you and says that's water, you do not touch it. Don't pour it down anything. Don't do anything with it. You don't touch it. Just in case. ¿Por qué mi pared se está desintegrando si hice lo que estaba en TikTok? Claro. The thing is that it can be very dangerous because if you have like a not only like a rooftop, but if you have another floor on top of you and you break a structural, either a pillar or a beam, you can get way more damage than you can handle yourself, because it not only affects the floor above you, like the ceiling, it also affects everything around it, because you're, how do you call it, you're stressing the other pillars and the other beams way more than you should. So then those ones are also going to get damaged, and then it just keeps going and going and going, and it's awful. So yeah, not a good idea unless you actually have like the plans, like the blueprints and stuff, to actually check which ones you can demo. You can say demo, or you have to see which ones you can demolish. I never know if it's just an abbreviation for writing. Some of them take like a home made in the 80s for its aesthetic, then go get rid of everything that 80s and installing the tacky stuff instead. Yeah, some of them are also bad. Low bearing walls. No, not really. The question was kind of like about the word demolish. Is it right to say demo instead of demolition? Or is it just an abbreviation to be used in writing? It's a weak acid, but still capable of dissolving flesh, and I believe bones as well. Yeah, if you leave it there long enough. But still, don't touch chemicals. Don't. Even cleaning products, do not touch chemicals. Even if it's just alcohol and stuff like that. Like the one for disinfecting. You do not touch it. No. Use it for disinfecting? Yes. Not on open wounds. Just on your skin. But yeah. Don't submerge your hand on it. That's not a good idea. Sulfuric acid on my hands, which leaves an ugly yellow bruise. Sulfuric. Yeah, I think I read it correctly by mistake. First thing I worked with was probably hydrazine, and it's very poisonous and explosive as it's used in rocket fuel. Oh, interesting. Poisonous? If you ingest it, yeah. Hola, Core! Hi! Hello! How have you been? It's been a while. Yeah, thankfully I wasn't ever like exposed to many chemicals and stuff like that. Only in high school when I was having chemistry and that, but I was always very careful not to touch anything. I was like, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to. And I'm also clumsy, so I won't touch anything. I have gotten myself very burned with other stuff, but never chemicals. Never. I'm finally finishing my coffee. God. I'll need to go get some water or something. Oh, I don't think anyone made mate today. Disappointing. I didn't make any. I'll have to see, I don't know. It's still early. Mixture of sulfuric acid and hydrogen peroxide is called Piranha solution though, and that stuff eats your finger in a matter of seconds. Yeah, with that name, I would assume. There are so many things. There was a really bad case. I don't remember where was it. There was a truck that was transporting some sort of acid, like a chemical, like really high concentration. One of them that, if exposed to the air, it just evaporates very, very fast and very densely. And it makes like this cloud, this like white cloud or something. But I don't remember. I don't remember much of how it went. But the truck had an accident and the chemical was leaking onto the street. And there was a bus of people that was behind it. They kind of caught up to the truck that was staying still on the side of the road. And all these people were starting to get like poisoned by the gas. They went out of it. Like it was burning their skin. It was awful. And some people even threw themselves into the puddle thinking it was water. It was an awful case. Like, I was just like, oh no. Because they didn't even see the truck. Just that whole situation is awful. Obviously, it's a very extreme situation. But safety rules are there for a fucking reason. And if you're near chemicals that are very dangerous, you do not touch them, you do not smell them, you do not consume them. And if there's an accident, there's a protocol that you need to follow. Follow it step by step, 100% what it says, and you do not complain in the middle. I stared at the solar eclipse. Nothing happened. It was an accident. Glasses fell. Yeah, sometimes that can happen. I mean, it's the continued exposure to that. That is the... that is the problem. Like, it's not going to... I hope someone maybe have that they look at it for like a few seconds and went blind for a while. Because it also depends on your eye and all the other stuff. And also I think it depends on the angle of the sun. If it's way high up when it happens, or if it's a bit lower, that also has like less intense rays and stuff. Oh, this smells so good. Don't do it. Sometimes you give me para software vibes in a good way, very calm, knowledgeable on different topics, tipo de pelo largo, grave. Nah, I don't get that. I don't get to his level. You know about methanol fires, basically invisible flames. Yeah, that's pretty scary. Pelo largo, grave, Kurt Cobain. Could be so many people. Hydrogen chloride is, you mean, in high concentration is produced and transported in tons. So could be, yeah, could be. Yeah, hydrogen chloride could be. But I do remember seeing it a long time ago. I saw like a little documentary about it and I was just like, what the fuck? Because I can just I couldn't even imagine being on a bus, going somewhere, and then just start to feel your skin burning out of nowhere. And actually burning. Not only the feeling, but actually burning. Oh god, that is just nightmare fuel. You're in your car? Good, you survived. I mean, now you have to get to your house, but I think that's easier. That was a really pretty place you were in. It can last from 4 to forever, the blindness. 4 hours, yeah. Anywhere between those two parameters, not too much, I would say. But yeah, you can be very not difficult, but very, very dangerous. Also, there's a cult about looking at the sun gazers, something like that. Someone mentioned it last time or something. I don't remember if we talked about it, but yeah, there's a whole cult about the sun. And they do, some of the members do stare at the sun, which is not a good idea. It's not recommended. Nombre de una persona que es un ser humano. No sé si me está dando una orden o si estás hablando de otra cosa. Are any of us a human being? We don't know. I suppose that I picked on the part that I almost slipped. Look, oh, that's the part that you almost slipped? Oh, yeah, sometimes pictures are not so... how do you call it? They are not the best for showing just how dangerous something was. Because I looked at it and I was like, oh, that's such a nice place. I forgot you were biking. So, yeah. You can slip very badly there. Speaking of skin, oh no. Have you heard of toasted skin syndrome? It can happen if you're exposed to low heat over a long time. Yeah. Oh no. Like a heater or having a PC on your lap. Yeah, no, I hate that. Yes, I know what you're talking about. Heading off. Have a great day, everyone. Have a nice day, Hans. It was nice to see you. Nice to have you here. Hope you have a good weekend if I don't see you. And that you get to eat something tasty. Because we were talking about food before. But yeah, I did hear about that syndrome that you're talking about, Orlando. It's the whole reason why I used to have a laptop, right? And I used to game on that laptop, right? And of course I didn't have the laptop right on my skin, on my legs, but I did have something in between, and I heard about that and I was just like, nope, never again, not doing it anymore. It's so bad. Government doesn't want you to stare at the solar eclipses because they're installing a new battery on it. Don't believe me. Stare at the sun the next solar eclipse and you will see. I mean, how am I going to see them changing the batteries if they are being hidden away by the moon? You're doing it behind the moon, that's why you can see it. The sun is not that big. It's just behind it, close to the same size as the moon. I have a thick piece of wood between me and my laptop. Yeah, I usually put something, but I was just like, nope, I need way more than that. So yeah, I kind of stopped doing that. I was like, huh? No. If I was doing something else, I don't know, watching YouTube or something, or watching a series, it wouldn't be that bad. But if I was playing some games, it would get pretty hot. And we don't want that. For prolonged periods of time, we don't want that. No. Sometimes we do things and we don't really understand the consequences, or it's not something that we can just deduce ourselves. Sometimes we have someone else be like, oh yeah, you should not be doing that. And just like, what? Maybe because I've lived here my whole life, but I find the forest to be pretty boring compared to other places around the world. I feel like it has certain charm to it. I mean, if you're going there to have fun, I would maybe not recommend that. But if you want to go there just to, have a chill afternoon, walk around, relax, I feel like it's really nice. I live in the city, so maybe that's the reason why. I do have a few parks near, but sometimes not the best place to be. But yeah. Obviously, there's a lot of places in the world that would be more interesting, even if it's just on landscapes and stuff. If you look directly at the solar eclipse, you will explode. Maybe your eyes. Yeah. So in a way, yeah, you're right. Sun is just shy. I mean, still shows up every day, so just a bad moment to catch it. If you're still streaming, I'll be back in 30 minutes. Probably gonna head home and get something to eat on the way back. Okay, hope you get safe. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. Probably I'll still be here for a while. But I'm not sure. It depends how much I last, how much my energy lasts today. Doesn't like to be stared at. I mean, it's one of them days that a lot of people are paying attention to it, so maybe that's why. I never saw a total eclipse, like a complete eclipse. We never had those, I think. At least not that I could see it. The ones that I've seen, that I got to see and realize, oh, that's going on, is like the partial ones. It's a pretty interesting phenomenon. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of weird, but it's not like a full eclipse. But yeah, maybe a few other like situations, phenomenons of the moon. Those ones I've seen a few. Like I think there's one that's like red moon that has more like a reddish tone to it. Then there's there's a blue moon too, but I did not see much. Then there's is it super? Like it looks like bigger, way bigger. It's like an optical illusion. Another one that's like yes, the one that is that optical illusion when the moon is near the horizon. Yes, that one. But there's times that is way more than that. It's like way bigger. It's a pretty interesting optical illusion. A video about the guy that tried to stay awake to beat a record. Turned out that the record he was trying to beat was already beaten by someone else, and by a lot. Yeah, no, don't do that. Not even for beating a record. Don't do that. That's not a good idea. What's the record for it? I don't know. It has to be no, but that's not a good idea either. Or thing. How will you do that? "11 days? How do you stay away for that long? 11 days and 25 minutes. 264 hours. 1963. That's part of of an experiment, but is that the record? What the fuck? That's a lot of time. That's a lot of time. Guy that had the record did it while playing games with other people and said he didn't know how bad the side effects will be. Yeah, no. I mean, no one can understand the side effects of that. No one will really think much. Okay, here. No. I wanted to see more. But I don't think I can get much more information. But yeah, come on. Let me see health effects. Yeah, hallucinations had to be one effect. Yeah. No way at that point you're able to function as a person. Impaired cognitive and sensory abilities and later developed insomnia. Yeah, I don't think that's good. Insomnia has to be one of the most annoying and health deteriorating conditions. Like one of the most, I feel. That tried it recently, fell asleep and didn't realize it, so his cat had to spam him that he lost. Oh god. It's just also he was trying to sorry, I just read that. How do you call it? The thing is that, you know, doing that on stream, I feel like he would be, I don't know, like he's a little bit too much. Because I guess he should have like someone else, he or she. He was a guy, okay. You kind of had to have someone else, at least anyone, doctors around, to try to beat that type of record. I feel like that's the right way to go for it. So yeah, sometimes I feel like people are like, oh, okay, I can do that, and don't really think of their consequences. And with live streaming it, because now that you mentioned it, there was like a chat being involved, so I suppose they were streaming it. It's just that, God, imagine having a medical emergency and being on stream, like everything is there. That would be just awful. Not only for the person, but also for the people watching too. Like that's not a good idea, I feel. Yeah, I mean, all hallucinations can get really bad. They can get really bad. It can be very scary too, like depending on the ones that you're having. With that type of situation, I would be way more worried than anything else. I feel like I wouldn't be able to cheer on the person, like not even telling them like, oh, you can do it, you know, be like that. No, stop it. Take care of your health. Other type of records that are more about ability or anything else, just try to beat another type of record. Do not stay awake. No, yeah, that's a bit too much, I feel. Yeah, no. Staying in a room in the dark for like a month. No. A text to speed on his chat, so people spammed to like eat the walls. What the fuck? I feel like that is also like the psychological part of it. Like total darkness, like absolutely nothing, blackout curtains, nothing. Because that can also get you into like hallucinations if I think about it. I feel it has a lot of consequences to do those type of things. Ugh. I can't even. No, I don't like that. See, that I feel like that's a lot. I would eat the walls. I don't know about you. Yeah, maybe. If he gave up, he went outside in the middle of the day and stared at the sun. I mean, maybe not at the sun, but I would at that point, I think I would love to just see anything. Just not even like looking at the sun. Maybe feeling the sun on the skin, but actually looking at something like grass, anything. Because how do you call it? In a way, if you're a person that's used to seeing things, also being inside a room with nothing to do. Wait, did he have anything to do? I mean, maybe not. I don't think so. Maybe he was just talking. That could also be. Because sometimes if you're in a situation where you have absolutely no stimulation, like nothing at all, it could be the worst for your mental health. I'm guessing he isn't very bright to begin with. Or he thought like it was going to be a fun thing. Doing that after not taking in light can have very bad effects. Yeah. That's the thing. Sometimes it's not really about how do you call it? Someone being bright or not. Sometimes you're just, one, you don't really think about it. Two, you were like wanting to see the sun for like a month. So you're just like, okay, I'll just stare at it. And you don't really think of how bad how bad of an idea that is. And if you have no one else there to be like, hey, you better not, you know, I don't think you're in the right mind after going through that to actually be thinking, oh, maybe I shouldn't be doing that. I don't know. Maybe some people are. I don't think most people would be. But yeah, you can go blind from that. Or at least damage something. Yeah, he did it on the middle of summer, yeah. Maybe if it was like low UV rays, something like that. Like in the middle of winter, it would be kind of better. Still, don't stare at the sun. Let's make that clear. Don't stare at the sun. Keep your eyes healthy. I mean, not healthy. A lot of our eyes are not, but trying to make them worse. At the end of the day, I think that this stream has been a please don't do this, please don't do that, please take care of of yourself. I feel like I've been saying that a lot this stream. Please don't eat, how was it? Please don't touch chemicals of any kind. Please don't mix cleaning products. What if the secret of life is hidden in the sun, so only the bravest of souls can learn the truth? I mean, there's a cult. If they don't get anything in particular from it, then, I mean, who else is going to? I mean, do we really need to know the secret of life? Isn't the whole appeal of the secret of life the fact that it's a secret? What happens when you have all the answers to your questions? Wouldn't it kind of miss the whole point? What else would you do? Just sit down with all your knowledge and just... What are you going to do with it? I feel like it would be kind of a shame to have the answer to everything. Everything to justify the fact that I just do not give a shit about stuff. What's the meaning of life? I don't know. I don't want to know. Thank you very much. I refuse to have one more thing to worry about. Life when you start to gamble. No. Please don't gamble. Well, I mean, that's the person that plays gacha, but please don't. 99 of gamblers quit before making it big. 99.9. That should be the you know the thing, the little illustration about the two miners, that one of them gives up just before getting to a diamond vein or something like that, and the other one is still going, and the other one gave up. But it's kind of like, I mean, there's a time in your life to do stuff. Sometimes it's okay. Sometimes it was the best choice for you to give up on something without knowing if you had any guarantee. There's people that have been either working towards something and they never got there. And there's people that just do it once, and in 5 minutes, 5 days, 5 months, they get somewhere, and you're just like, why? I don't know. So sometimes being persistent is not exactly the best choice or the best course of action for you. It's bad for those who lose. No. I mean, it's bad. Yeah, it is bad for those who lose. But the thing is, everything is wired so that you lose. That's the problem. If it was actually just about your chances or just about something else, for example, the other time we were talking about gambling in particular, and that people were they get kicked out of casinos for card counting. I'm sorry, but card counting does a skill. It should be allowed. The thing is that they don't want to, because you're not allowed to win. Or you should kind of disclose that you're going to card count, so they put you on a table with other people that card count and then see who counts the cards better. These machines nowadays that swap out decks. There's a dude. Wait, I don't remember his handle. Wait, let me see if I can find how. I have it on my phone. That's the problem. There's a guy that shuffles decks, and he's really good at shuffling decks, and he cheats. Kind of to show that no matter how visually stunning the shuffling of the cards is, you can always, most of the time, cheat. I don't even know. It's a very... yeah, you should, because it's great. And he talks all the time, doesn't even look at the cards, and he still gets whatever card he wanted. Who are you? I don't even know. I think I should be following him, but... God. Finding something is just a mess. Because I don't even know if I've seen it like 2 days ago or like a month. But yeah, this guy. Wait. What is here? Jeremy Tan Magic in Instagram. At least. I don't know if he has the TikTok or anything. Jeremy Tan Magic. I think. It's very satisfying to see people just shuffling decks. I don't have that ability. I don't have that. I don't have the motor skills for it. But it's just, wow. It's great. I love it. I love it so much. It's like Russian roulette. I mean, in a way, gambling is kind of like that. Just that instead of taking your life or injuring you very badly, it just takes all your money. It's also an addiction. So, yeah. But unfortunately, those things are not going to disappear anytime soon. And even more now with the internet. It's one of those things that everyone knows is bad for people, but it still makes a lot of money. So no one is going to make it go away, because you can't fight it, unfortunately. I'm going to ask around in my house if someone made mate. Did they? I wonder. And also get some water because I have nothing to drink. I'm just asking. I'm just asking, like, did someone do this? I kind of want some. Hi, Lagarde. Hello. Yeah, I was drinking coffee up until now, so I had a cup of coffee, like a latte. But oh, yeah, they made. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to try to get some water and also get some mate on the way. How are you doing, Lagarde? It's been a while. Missing money can buy you happiness, but I'd rather be crying in a Lamborghini than crying on the streets. I mean, instead of a Lamborghini, get a house first. Creo que voy a morir de resfriado en 2-3 días hábiles. Uy, no. Espero mejores eso. Having a cold is like super annoying for me. I'm thankful I haven't gotten sick yet. I was saying this before. I got caught in the rain twice this week. I'm still doing well, so I hope it stays that way. Latte, I want one. Yeah, it was so nice. It was so nice. I enjoyed my coffee a lot. Doing good. Took a day off to go to the OBGYN with my wife for a 14-week appointment. Life is good. Good. Nice to know. Nice to know that you're having like good time. Also take the day off to rest. Try to rest. The weekend is already here, so I hope you get a lot of rest. You and your wife. She will need it. Sorry to hear about the rain though. Yeah, it was a weird 2 days. I don't know why. It decided to rain twice. And it just rained when I was outside, and then the sun came out. Yeah, I was pretty pissed about that. I'll go look for some water because I'm going to need it. And yeah, be right back, okay? Oh, I'm back. I'm back. With a bottle of water. And I also got the one to drink a little bit of mate. That's pretty good. Antes de la lluvia cuando se les va la luz, yo. I mean, I like rain. I like the weather, rain. I just don't appreciate having to take a bus all wet from the rain. There's nothing better than taking a nap in your house or just going to sleep and you hear the rain with very far away thunder. Oh, that's so nice. Also hear the rain and just make torta fritas. Oh god, I really needed some water. I should have brought some from the start. Even though I already was drinking coffee, nothing beats water. There we go. Ah, that's much better. Much better. Oh, ow. I hit my hand with the table. Into time. My hand. It's really hot right now. Maybe because I moved so fast around the house, getting the stuff. Now I'm way too hot. I don't like this. I don't like this weather. I need winter. Or at least I need autumn to be fully here. Why are we having 30 degrees Celsius at the end of March? This is inhumane. We should be having like 20 something, not 30. I don't like that. Here we go. Oh, it's already 7. Wow. I thought it was earlier. I'm so lost with time. My perception of time is so bad. So bad lately. Ay. Okay. There. For some reason my screens were ordered differently. I don't know what I did. Maybe when I left I clicked something that I shouldn't. Let me check. Is tomorrow? Yep, nope. Yeah, a little bit colder, but not that much. That's unfortunate. Also unfortunate, it's going to supposedly rain on Monday. I don't like that. I don't want that. You should not. I don't want it to rain. Again. Oh well, it's just part of being here. Oh, you're already back? That was fast. Is it already been 30 minutes? That's why I did this today, because the only day that's not going to have horrible weather. Good for you. Good for you. That it didn't actually have horrible weather. Because this week there were days that it was like sunny with a little bit of clouds and there was rain. So yeah, not the best. I mean, I understand weather is very unpredictable, so the fact that we get some sort of guide or anything that's like, oh, it may rain. But sometimes weather is just like, the possibility of rain is very little, but it's never 0. I'm just angry that it happened twice in a row. Finished Darkness 2 was in my backlog for a long time, only to get hit with a cliffhanger at the end. There's no Darkness 3. And it's not announced or anything? I don't know. Which is Darkness? Is it like an older game? No, chances of how was it? The chances of dying of a cow killing you are low, but never 0. FPS game with a supernatural element. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. I think I have seen it at some point. Isn't your average darkness? This is advanced darkness. Premium darkness. I'll be kind of mad if I was like, finally I get the chance to play this, and then it's just like, oh no, this is not completed. Play the head of a mob and are trying to save your girlfriend while other mob groups try to capture you and take your powers. You have powers? Interesting. I listened just to one Radiohead album and the Instagram algorithm is just recommending me Radiohead 24/7. Yeah, I mean, Instagram is kind of weird for some reason. And I don't know why. Because that happens to me a lot of the time. For things that is just, does this happen to you with anything else? Yes, unfortunately. But with the most random things. Because sometimes, you know, I would talk to, like, a friend would send me something about it, for example, right? Send me something about massages, right? She was like, oh, I was interested in this, and sends me the like, the ad for it, or the page, right? And I'll be like, oh yeah, sure, that seems good. And then Instagram is just like, do you want this? And you just offering me spas, massage, anything, courses, classes, career paths, and I'm just, it wasn't even me. I got sent that. or which I kind of feel happy about it, you know, because it kind of was the content that I wanted. I had a moment like a few already like 1 or 2 months ago. I was catching up to a lot of 80s music. That's a K-pop group, and suddenly my Instagram was filled with content from that group, and I was like, okay. I mean, thank you, but you're scaring me a little bit. You know? It's just like, why are you being this obvious that you're how do you call it? You're paying attention to what I'm looking for in other apps. Fuck you, Instagram. Completely obsessed with Minecraft right now. That's what I've been playing like all the time, but I have done a tiny bit of Hollow Knight on the side. How are you doing in Hollow Knight? I need to get to Hollow Knight at some point. That's such a good game. They know when they got a potential fan and they're capitalizing on it. Yes. Tried to play Bioshock Infinite as well, but it crashed in the middle of the game. Forgot to save. Oof. Yeah. Forgetting to save stuff is just the worst. Because you're like, I know I should save. That was totally my fault. Silksong one. I don't think we're getting Silksong. I don't think we are. Played it before, like 2020, loved it. Now it's almost like playing it new. Yeah, I mean, 5 years later. 4 or 5 years later. That's a nice amount of time to leave a game for that amount of time. Kind of like to forget most of the stuff. Just experiencing it again. The thing is that you should be able to control yourself that long. Ouch. Ow. Ow. But yeah. Algorithm is kind of weird. Talking about the Instagram stuff. Here's the thing. Instagram must be like, oh yeah, she likes this, so maybe she likes this other thing, right? The thing is, with my case in particular, 80s, they are a K-pop group, right? They're really good. I like their music. I like their live presentations. They look great. I can't go, but I mean, from what I've seen, they are really good on stage. And the thing is, I don't know how to explain this. Presentations on stage are super good. They have really good choreography and stuff. How do I say this? I mean, they have a few members that like to be shirtless on stage. Let's keep it that way. And combined with the choreography, it can look like something else, okay? It's very intentional. I'm not saying it isn't. But Instagram is just like, hey, if you like that, it just keeps pushing so many other stuff my way. And I'm like, no, stop it. Stop it. I'm scared to open Instagram anywhere. Because Instagram completely is misrepresenting my taste about everything. God damn it. Didn't it just start showing a bunch of gore or something to everyone a few weeks back? Yes, unfortunately. Yeah, I do put not recommend and stuff like that because it's just like, dude, no, don't do this to me. I'm getting kind of out of it. Like, it's trying not to push that content onto me. Basically, it was just pushing a lot of male OnlyFans creators. Some women too, but come on, Instagram, don't do me like that. God damn it. I was just so... it was so funny. I was just like, oh, come on, no. That, combined with the BL recommendations, I'm just so mad. God damn it. Was it got a chance to play Deus Ex Mankind Decided? I think I have that one. I'm not sure. Dystopia where you people have augmented themselves, robot part. There's segregation in the subways and you go to the one for normal people. You get a cutscene of the other passengers making a weird looks at you for riding the wrong subway. And a little girl staring at you while her mom next door looks at you. Totally awkward. You're totally awkward. Embrace the algorithm, it knows what you want more than you know. Most likely, no. What is his name for research purposes? What is his name? Which one? I don't know names. He was throwing so many users, so many content creators at me. I was like, no. Oh, you know what else was throwing at me? Host clubs stuff. And something about Thailand that I don't know what it is, but it was like, what the fuck is going on here? I was so confused. Suddenly one day, Instagram was like, you know what? Let's go. Here you go. What is this? Like, is this my account? What the fuck? The amount of OnlyFans spots I get on the DMs. Yeah, thankfully I don't have any DMs for nothing. I just, yeah. Thankfully, I'm not being reached by that. But the ads by YouTube were basically porn. Like, there was no hiding that. Wonder if they even... Yeah, they are subtle. Yeah, you have... ads are kind of weird sometimes. It gets really, really weird. Yeah, those Spartan did like the Deus Ex, the original one. I don't remember the conversation. Ad blocks is necessary. Yeah, it's 100% necessary. Even if you're going into the normal pages, you don't even need it for piracy, or you're not needed for going to any sketchy places in the internet. You need it for the normal ones. The normal YouTube, you know, YouTube, how do you call it? Even like newspaper pages and stuff, they all have like pop-ups and stuff. It's just, guys, stop it. Stop all of this. I don't need this. That and also crypto. I got a lot of for some reason. I got a lot of I got a lot of I got some ads for crypto stuff, NFTs and stuff like that. Una vez YouTube me promocionó una secta, tremendo agujero de conejo. You were getting recruited into a cult by YouTube. That's so bad though. I have gotten religion ads. Like church. Like actual church. I'm so tired. I don't know. Ow. I hit the mic. Sorry. But yeah, no. The ads are getting out of hand. Even yeah, that's the thing. It would be nice if you could actually pick the ads that you, not only the ones that you see, but you know, like it would be nice that people could pick the ads that they want to show on their channels or on their streaming platforms and stuff. The thing is that that's not going to happen. But it would be kind of nice to do that, just to make sure for people that mostly for, I think there was someone talking about it. I think it was a streamer on Twitch. They were talking about, because they have to run ads in between the stream, and they were talking about that they would have liked to, you know, put ads and stuff that had it something to do with the stream or with them as a person, stuff like that. But no, that's not going to happen. For Mi Side, but it was a free mobile game, which Mi Side is stream PC only. Oh, like a like a type of copy for mobile, or like a similar game. I did see a little bit about that game. I never got an ad for it, thankfully. I just get very basic ads. Albion Online is un MMORPG no lineal. Sí. I think everyone got that one. That one and AFK Journey or something like that. I got so many for that. I was so done with the Albion Online ad. I was so tired. It was on every single video, every single place I entered. The one that I'm having now, most of the time, is a Temu ad. And I hate it so much. Anyways. Wasn't there a streamer that got banned for playing the Assassin's Creed even though they were sponsoring it? They made an error about the time. Was it? That's kind of unfair. Like someone made an ad for little kids to get tricked into downloading malware or something, that's my guess. Oh yeah. Could be. If you're in a relationship with another player on an MMO, does it count as cheating? It's already weird to have like a relationship in an MMO, but depends on just what that relationship entails, I would guess. I heard that Asmongold doesn't run ads on his Twitch channel and costs Twitch like millions of dollars a month or something crazy. Maybe, I'm not really sure. I mean, a lot of people watch him, so maybe that's why. And I think Asmongold does stream like a lot of hours. So maybe from that side I can see that. I tried watching the new Japanese Assassin's Creed. Oh my god, it's so boring to watch. The one in Japan. The one that's the new one. I have seen nothing about Assassin's Creed, so I'm like kind of out of the loop about it. Is it actually like boring to watch? Like, is it out? No, I don't even know. I feel like as a lot of things that I've said here on stream, some franchises need to die. Yeah, it's out. It is? Which is it? Is the Shadow? You know, it's interesting because one would think that an Assassin's Creed in Japan would be so good. Like the whole concept, it would be good, but we know how it's been. When was it that it came out? It was this year, right? Wait, am I dumb? Oh, March 20. Oh, that's why I never... Was it yesterday? Wait. Release date March 20th. No, I completely missed that. I was like, did it already come out? I was just so confused. Okay, that makes a lot of yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I did see that it has like really good points on a lot of stuff, but I have heard nothing about the game. It's set in like 2017. I would love a Japanese Assassin's Creed. Yeah, the thing is that if you have the same quality as the first ones that people loved, then of course it would be great. But with how things are going, from what I know, the company and stuff, I don't think it was going to happen. Saying that is the best since Black Flag. It's mid and has to compete with a similar and better game. Yeah, that's the problem. If you get a mid game from like a super big franchise, yes, it's going to sell. It's going to sell. But if it was a really good one, it would sell way, way better. Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima. I've only heard really good stuff about that game. Yeah, that's the difference. I did hear a lot of good stuff about Ghost of Tsushima. At least the first one. The second one should be good too. Better than Assassin's Creed, basically. When does it come out? It's on 2025, I think, but... God, my phone is just not wanting to help. Ah. Why? Why? I don't think my poor phone is just a 1.5. No work out of the move. Come on. Ah. Well, I give up. Battleborn releasing just before Overwatch and getting decimated. Oh yeah. That's just like a bad competition. That's what happens when you do outside and exercise and stuff like that. Your body's like, oh, new muscle pain unlocked. It's so stupid, but it always happens.
Have a good day.
It's so stupid, but yeah, the normal experience of someone that's out of shape. Kind of what happened to me this week. Ouch. I'm still recovering. But yeah, it's a pity. That's such a good game, such a game with like a really good, how do you call it, setting? Because it could have worked really, really well. It's just that it doesn't. It doesn't anymore. Do you ever get the thing where you don't do cardio for a long time and then you do it pretty intensely and it feels like your lungs have been stretched down and you have like the urge to cough? I have asthma, so yes, I have. Now, not only that, I would get moments, you know, when you are making like, you're like doing exercise and you're kind of pushing it a little bit too much. It happened to me a lot in high school when it was like forced to exercise and it wasn't the best idea, you know? You know that, I don't know if it's like a normal thing and I don't remember if I ever asked, but I could, it would get to a point I could taste blood. Like, you know, that iron taste on my mouth? And I could not be able to breathe much. So I was just like, oh, I'm dying by the end of it. It's not like I was coughing up blood and stuff, but I was just tasting iron for some reason. I was just like, what the fuck is this? But yeah, I do have like that lungs not being able, not wanting to function much. I've been there. I've also been actually not even for cardio. I caught COVID at one point and I had the exact same thing. Happening like while I was recovering. Anything felt like I was doing very intense cardio. Just I felt like I was running like, I don't know, for like 15 minutes straight and I just walked to the bathroom. That was basically my comparison. Recovering from COVID, it was just, my lungs were just not wanting to work anymore. So yeah. When you mentioned that, I actually remember that more than anything. Day of my death is imminent. I have a cold. You get your blood pumping enough. It's like sensitive blood vessels in your nose would cause you to start smelling blood. Yeah, I would get that quite a lot. And I wasn't like super in shape or anything. Well, I was more in shape back then than now, but I would get that every single time. Ugh. Ever since COVID, like a year later, I feel like there was damage. Yes. Yeah. There was. Thing is that you never really know exactly if it was that or not. You will never know exactly. You don't have like a table of content of what changed and what didn't. It's just things that you're like, huh, that's kind of weird. that didn't happen before. And are you sure? No. And also don't get me started with the mental part about the pandemic. No one remained when it got out of there unaffected, I feel. In some way. But yeah, catching COVID was the worst. Thankfully, I caught it like 2022, so it was like a weaker type. And I had the vaccines and stuff. It was still torture. It was the worst. I was like, this is the weaker variant with vaccines and everything. I was in so much pain. Like absolutely everything hurted. It was just nothing that didn't hurt at that point. Nothing. I think the worst part was just breathing and being in pain. Well, because I was breathing. It's not like I can stop. I'll die. It was 0 out of 10. I don't recommend. Just leaving a review for COVID. Thankfully, didn't got it again. It would have been so bad if I got it twice. Or maybe I did and it didn't affect me much. But yeah. Was a COVID type that's so deadly it couldn't even transfer to other people. It basically was able to hide itself from the immune system, and the dude who had it was just perfectly fine one moment, fell over dead next. Yeah, that's messed up. That's messed up. Or maybe it was, you know, there's like people that don't realize that they're sick, or they just push through it because they always did. And then maybe something like that could happen. I'm not sure. I just know that I woke up fine. Then like a few hours into the day, I was like, huh, I feel kind of weird. I'm going to, you know, take you know, the thermometer, like check my temperature. And I was like, suddenly I was like 38 Celsius. And I was like, huh, that's not good. And then I kept it on for some reason. And like 15 minutes later, I was like 39. And that's when everything was started happening. It was like, I don't know, I feel like it took so little time for me to go from 36 Celsius, which is completely normal, to 40. In like a matter of an hour, 2 hours, something like that. And I was basically well, and then it came the whole other stuff. The pain, the exhaustion, my lungs not being great, not wanting to cooperate. I also have like very low, how do you call it, lung capacity? Very low. Very low. Like the amount of air that I can have in my lungs is very tiny, very small. Which that did not fucking help. Also had a little bit of asthma. And I had a lot of, how do you call it? Bronchitis when I was little. So yeah, a lot of bad things to catch COVID in combination with COVID. So yeah, not the best idea, not the best experience at all. There was no immune response, so no symptoms until it was already too late. Yeah. Heard a story about two guys who stole medical equipment from an abandoned hospital only to give themselves radiation poisoning and the people they came in contact with them. Yeah, I heard the same. I read about it, I think. They were stealing stuff and yeah, it was not safe. I think my lung capacity was debuffed by COVID. I don't know if I ever fully recovered. Maybe it didn't. I mean, the only way to get lung capacity better is to do certain exercises. Like, actually do certain sports, I think, are pretty good for that. I never really did them, but no, I did swim and stuff like that. That actually is supposed to help, but mine for sure was affected. I have very low one, so even worse than that. I was already under a debuff, and I got even more debuffed. COVID was scary. I had a little panic attacks at night because it felt like I couldn't breathe. I feel like I was just more like not really about. I think for me it wasn't the part of couldn't breathe because honestly, kinda used to it. But it was just the pain that was making me go insane because I was taking medication for absolutely everything and the pain was not going away. Like even if I was taking any type of painkiller, it just hurted so much. It was that type of pain that you just can't get rid of. And it was every time I took a breath. Inhale, exhale, didn't matter. It was just pain, constant pain. And at one point it was just like, how about you just stop? So it just will go away for a while. I think that was the one part that I was like feeling worse about it. It's just a lot of soreness. Yeah, and don't even get me started about the exhaustion and the feeling like all my joints were stiff. You know, that was more for the fever and stuff. When you have a fever and your body just feels like it's just out of, how do you call it? It's like rigid in a way. Like your joints are very stiff and you feel like everything weighs like 3 times more than they do. Just raising an arm was already difficult. And as I said, I would go like from my room to the bathroom and I would just be exhausted. Completely exhausted. COVID was the worst. It was the fucking worst. You could be doing everything the best that you were able to, and you still caught it. Like there was no escaping that fucking bug. I was with my arm off the side of the bed, below locked, and I would have to slowly move it with my other arm. Yes, it just came a point that I would just literally grab the pants on my pajamas, and I would just move my leg that way because it was way it was way too heavy. Elbow, I mean not below. I felt like locked in that it was just hanging from the bed or something like that. I would do that. Oh god, moving was awful with COVID. I feel like I got to recover fully from it in like a month or something. It was COVID wasn't much, probably asymptomatic. The worst happened later after I recovered. I'm not only sensitive to any type of smoke, but after COVID, every time someone smoked nearby, I literally die. Yeah. And I have the worst reactions to smoke and stuff. I am allergic to a lot of smoke. It just fucks me up. So fun times. Really fun. It fucked up my lungs even more, yeah. We were nerfed. We got a permanent debuff. Permanently fucked up by COVID. Fuck COVID, man. It was the worst. Honestly, thankfully, I was the one to catch it in my house. No one else did. I mean, it's questionable. I was the one that did the test and it got a positive. Then other people in my house got sick. But at that point, it was like people weren't doing the test and stuff. It wasn't that important anymore. But yeah, I had to take the one that you did at home. You know, the test that you did at home. It was an interesting situation. It was an interesting thing to make it, to do that. Like, put it on the thing that is supposedly the nose one. I hated that. And, like, you got the sample for it. You put it on the thing and it said, the result will be in, like, 10 to 15 minutes. And the result was, like, 100% COVID in, like, 2 minutes. It showed up immediately. My COVID was like, let there be no doubt. She has it. It was the worst. I hated it. Well, where I noticed it more was in sports like playing football, sprinting, all these type of things. Independent of my weight, I would just feel that I can't breathe. I couldn't breathe while walking. Who's that by the crow? That's Raphael. Raphael from Love and Deep Space. In his Abyss Walker outfit. I avoided the nose one. Got back, but I did not take the nose one. Me da mucha cosa. Yeah, it's awful. I don't like it. It was I have super sensitive nose, so it was I had to ask someone else, hey, can you do this for me? Because I couldn't do it myself. A+ on the test. Yes. With a 2% margin of error. It was so funny. We were just laughing about that. It was like 2 minutes and it was like, yes. Fuck you. Because at that point I wasn't feeling so badly. I only had a fever at that point. And maybe like a dry throat or something. I wasn't that bad. But then it was like, oh no, you do have it. Vecino se lo rompió y quedó trabado en la... No. That's the worst. That's the worst. I should have realized that. Oh no, don't worry. You don't have to. Do you have tattoos? Because I like tattoos, but I'm absolutely terrified of needles. I don't have any. I don't mind them. I just don't want the commitment of making doing one. Also, I have no money, but I have nothing. I like tattoos, people. I can't say I would really like the needle part, but you never know. I don't think I could ever get a tattoo. I'm scared of anything permanent. That's a valid stance on the topic. You will have to do your research. You have to talk extensively with the artist, tattoo artist, and stuff like that. You have to do a lot of stuff, like do a lot of research. Here's the thing. I was talking to a friend because this friend has some ink done. Very tiny ones, you know, tiny here, tiny there, you know, very detailed, like very tiny tattoos. And she's like, she talks to me sometimes, and she was like, "Will you get a tattoo at one point?" And I was like, you know, here's the thing, because I know myself, and if I make something, for example, let's say I get a tattoo on my wrist or anything, anywhere, I will look at it and be like, it kind of needs a friend. You know, and I know myself enough to know that if I ever start, I would end up with a sleeve, and that's going to be expensive. I just feel like, I don't know, knowing myself, that's a possibility that scares me. Yo llevo 4 años diciendo que si los siguientes 4 años todavía quiero tatuarme, lo hago. Soy lo contrario de mi novia, me la pienso demasiado antes de tomar cualquier decisión. Ella se hace 2 tatuajes al mes, buenazo, por cierto. Se me termina el inglés del día, perdón, no te preocupes, está bien. I mean, whatever makes you happy, and that's it. Enjoy it. If I ever got one, it would be probably like the Berserker's mark in the back of my leg, hidden under my shirt or something. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a really good one. That would be kind of cool. I like the channel layout. Channel layout. Ah, the background stuff. Nice. Thank you. Ahora dice lo mismo, siempre lo mismo. Una vez empezás, no hay vuelta atrás. Claro. Thing is, right, that maybe like tiny ones you can kind of avoid it, but if you make something like a little bit bigger, it's kind of like, I mean, it's a little bit empty. Doesn't it look a little bit too empty? Like, for example, it happens with my friends. I have a friend that has a tattoo on the inside of her arm, like from her wrist to the inner part of her elbow. And it's a beautiful tattoo. I'm not gonna lie, it's a beautiful tattoo. Every time I look at her tattoo, I'm like, why don't you go all the way around it? I never told her, but you know, it's just my perspective on it. I'm just like, fill in the blanks. Went with a friend to get a Devil May Cry tattoo late at night in the bad part of town. Took like 2 to 3 hours. It was on his wrist. What type of tattoo of Devil May Cry? Now I'm kind of curious. My dad has his back full covered. They started with a giant cross and ended with a full back covered and a dragon on his arm. Then full arm covered too. He was running out of space. That's also the thing, right? Another thing that happens to me with tattoos. Because I like... Personally, right? This is just a personal preference. Doesn't mean that other people that do this are wrong. Just my taste. I love sleeves, but when they are very harmonious, like there's like some sort of sense of balance in it, right? Because there's some sleeves that are fully covered, completely fine. There's some sleeves that are more spotted, but they have some sort of flow or connected theme around it. Those ones I like a lot. But then there's a lot of people that have like 1 tattoo here, 1 tattoo there, 1 tattoo here, 1 tattoo on the other side, 1 tattoo there. And it looks like, I don't know, you know when you know those laptops that are just have like so many stickers, but they are all independent from each other. So I'm just like, I look at it and I'm just like, not my taste. If you like them, everything's cool, but not really what I like looking at. But if it was something connected in a way, it's just like, oh, great, that's so good. Even not even sleeves, like leg tattoos even. Though it also happens on the legs. It's like anyways. That's just what I think. I think it would be Curse Mark would be cool because he's more cool looking and would easily hide it, and I'm not looking at it all the time. Yes, that's also nice. Like an arm on a hand one, I feel like you will be reminded of it all the time. Like imagine you don't like it, or later you don't like it and have to see it constantly. Yeah, getting them removed is the whole process. Banco completamente tipo un dragón en el brazo que tenga animalitos y mariposas y termine cubriéndote todo. Que todo tenga armonía, sí. Y que sea todo mismo proyecto, te banco en esa. Yo, si me hiciera un tatuaje, querría continuar ese tatuaje con otros no similares, pero mínimo en el mismo estilo y como que los entrelacen. Exacto, yeah. Those type of things I really like, or at least if it's different things, that they have some sort of connection, in a way. We all know the best tattoo is getting the name of something you started dating. No! Well, of something. Dante's swords. Ooh, that's a good idea for a tattoo though. As being putting it on your forehead. I meant someone. Yes, I know, but I read someone or something and I was like, where's someone? But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff. I also, you know what? Not even like names of people. I also do not like, you know, those big letters of anything. Of anything. Even if it's just... No. That is no... That's another thing. Do not, no. You do not remove tattoos by removing your skin. That's something else. Please don't. Oh god. Boring. No. Yeah, the big words. There you go. I was starting to go back to what I was saying. Yeah, the portraits in general I don't like, but I do understand where they are coming from. The big words, just putting, for example, this is a very basic one, but putting live, laugh, love or something like that in big bold letters, it's just the fuck. I don't like them. You do you, I personally don't like them. And there's some certain letter fonts that I hate. And I see them a lot. And I hate the font. But yeah. Then doesn't laser burn off the top layer of the skin to get rid of tattoos? I don't exactly know how it is. It does something. I don't know. I never had to go through it. I never... Tío, ni... Eso lo mejor me pasó por haber salido de la cárcel. No. No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't. Well, I don't know. I think I would prefer that than people that tattoo people's private parts on their skin. So I think I prefer the text. Thank you very much. If I learned anything in this life, I don't think there is anything I won't regret at some point in the future. The cringe is always happening and evolving. Exactly. And something that could be good at one point in time would be then reinterpreted at some other point. And it would add some sort of significance or meaning to it that you personally didn't want to. Not just well how you would get at it. Yeah. And there was a dude, I think, that had one tattooed on his cheek. On his face. And why? Why? Casi se me tatuó. Quiera devolverme los niños o mis hijos también. Pero ¿para qué? I mean, if it's a message to her, why would you tattoo it on yourself? I will not. I will not. The person that got a rest in peace, Brian, from family, or for him to be brought back a few years later must regret. Oh no. No. The love them is the everlasting good, lovely love. No, no. You do not tattoo yourself for love. You don't. You don't. Even more if it's words. No. Something like more symbolic that you can then be like, oh no, that's totally not what it meant. Then yes, but don't. Just gonna get directly permanently tattooed on my body where everyone can see. This will never be a problem in the future, no sir. It's so weird. Los Lauti y la Jennifer se tatúan en cursiva el nombre de su pareja. Es lindo el amor. No, es lindo el amor. Nah. Look. Food will never betray you. Never. Okay? I prefer people tattooing themselves their favorite food than their partner's name. No matter what. Just don't do that. The tattoos of the Grim Reaper so that you get divorced, you can say it represents your ex because they are the death of you. ¿Qué onda vecino si qué te tatuarías si lo hicieras? Let me think. Flowers is like a very basic answer, but it's kind of the safe bet. Flowers, but you know, there's like so many things that could be good. I like flowy stuff, like not exactly geometrical stuff. So that's one thing. Yeah, most likely like flowers, like a vein of flowers or something. Like a pretty big one. It's just a blackout. No, yeah, but kind of flowers. Like a lot of flowers, stuff like that. I do like black tattoos more than colored ones. Color to be used very sparsely, I think. I What about a clock shows the time you clock that shows the time you have met them? Oh, that could be good. I mean, it's just a clock. Si yo me llego a enterar de que vos, siendo artista talentosa, además te tatuaste y tu diseño no es original, vamos a tener problemas. Se lo acepta la gente normal. Pero si sos tan creativa y tenés la habilidad de dibujar también, tenés que diseñarte vos tu tatuaje. No, listen. It's going to be the design of the tattoo artist, not mine. No, listen, because they also have to help with the placement and stuff. So it's better if they design it. No me lo leas como de Karen. Pero si sonas como Karen. It kind of fits though. Completely black makes it seem like you got really bad tattoo cover that. Completely black, if it's like the whole arm, yes. If it's like a little bit in certain places, kind of looks better. But yeah, I kind of get that. Léeme con voz de chat, pero ¿cómo te voy a leer con voz de chat? Si yo soy una Karen, en el fondo. I feel like any reminder of someone is a bad idea because a relationship is unlikely to be also permanent. I mean, I feel like you would have, for example, right? Depends on the type of reminder. If it's someone that you miss a lot, someone that you lost, then maybe. If you just want to remind, not as a reminder, but as a commemoration of someone, it can be super nice. Like a super nice thing to look on it and back on it fondly. I'm not saying that if you're depressed about something, go definitely get a tattoo about it to remind yourself of how bad something is, okay? Those two different things, okay? But I feel like sometimes it could be like a really nice and sweet thing. I have a few friends that... all of my friends have tattoos. And now that I think about it, all of them have. So they're kind of like... some of them are like, I would totally get a tattoo with you. But we also have friendships that are like more than 15 years long. And one of them, I know them since I'm like 5. So they are here to stay, you know, those type of friendships. But they themselves say, I would get a tattoo with you, but not with my partner. Basically like that, you know? Like I would get a tattoo with my friends, not with my partners. Léeme ahí bien macho, bien fuerte. Is that how you see yourself? You run a Google image search before getting a tattoo? Yes, too many of them, just tracing them from somewhere else. Yes, that's why it's important to go to a tattoo artist that is really an artist, you know. Getting a tattoo of your signed divorce papers to remember the day you became free. En un rato juego Uruguay contra Argentina, con todo el respeto del mundo, me voy retirando. Sorry por ser un FIFA, pero mis músculos de macho masculino se ponen re loquita, re mimosa cuando juega a la celeste, me voy retirando. La pasé muy lindo, suerte con el stream. Have a good day, everyone. Thank you for being here, Core. It was nice to see you. I don't watch football, so It can happen whenever it wants to happen. It would not change my day. I watch no sports. None of it. I generally know my country's playing like a match or anything because I can hear my father screaming and shouting. Or I can hear the neighbors just shouting when there's like either a very close call or a goal from across the house. Yes, and then I can hear the dog barking a lot because someone's shouting and she's just like super happy thinking something's happening and she just wants to participate. Yeah, go. Yeah, basically just screaming at the top of their lungs, and I'm just like, oh, there was something today. I'm creatively stuck with Minecraft right now. I think I'm just going to continue my black market runes, I guess. I thought you were going to say you were going to tattoo yourself something from Minecraft for a second. Dile a tu padre que ahora mismo estoy yendo, llevo la sábana, tomo alcohol, pero invito una birra, si tal. Debe haber alguna. Si pierde boca, pierde la familia. No. A prime piece of land in front of my storage building that I can't think of what to put. It's a really cute dog thing. Yeah, she just starts jumping around, barking, and my dad kind of looks towards her and it's just like keeps screaming, "Go on!" She's just barking. He's jumping and brings her toy. It's so cute. Get a tattoo of the poster for the Minecraft movie. No! Oh god, no! No! Yeah, that's why I was like, no. I just saw the meme there that you put on the Discord. I was thinking of that one. Yeah. I did see that somewhere or something very similar. Actually, as a child, I used permanent mark to draw a creeper face on my shoulder. I love to get my dog excited playing with her. He's so cute. He's so nice. He's so cute. Today, before the stream, I kind of laid down on my bed a second. I was kind of debating on taking a nap or just streaming, and my dog was like, "Hi." Just comes in, just, "Hi. I see you laying on the bed. Can I lay next to you?" It's just so polite. She then ignored me for the rest of the time she was here, but it's so cute. I'll forgive her for everything. Doesn't matter what it is. But yeah, I honestly didn't know that today there was a game, like a match, like a football match, football or soccer, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, maybe we'll start hearing stuff and fireworks at some point if we score a goal or something. Had to check something. Preocúpate cuando se digan balazos. Ah, todos los días, no te preocupes. Unfortunately, it is more common than it should. My dog will look like and sound like she's attacking me, like she's the meanest dog imaginable. She's the biggest scaredy cat. Had a lump in my head and she ran for the hills. Yeah, sometimes it's like they get super excited and they just start growling at you and just like, hey, stop that. I should say when she's playing. Yeah, when she's playing. Football or you mean soccer? Yeah, yeah. Here we call it football. Everywhere else is football. So it's going to be football. You touch the ball with your foot. Football. Or with a U. We do use yeah, exactly. With a U instead of double O. It is kind of stupid, yeah, to admit. It is pretty weird that you call it something else. But yeah. Fútbol. Tilde. Tilde en la U. Oh god. It is pretty popular here. So people get really let's say people get really excited about it. Name is mine now. And I use it incorrectly if I want to. Because honestly, you're not really doing anything with football. Like, American football is the one with the... you use your hands. You run with it. Right? That's my understanding of it. You just grab it and throw it every once in a while. And then everyone is just crashing into each other. That's basically what I know. But you can say that about a lot of stuff. A lot of countries said, this is mine now. Yeah. This is the one that I'm thinking about, yeah. Wait, what is is American football and rugby different things? I'm confused. American football is like kicking field goals, trying to get to the other goal before you're tackled. Exactly. I think it's that one, the one that I'm thinking about when I hear Americans, people from the States. I feel kind of angry when I have to say Americans because we're all Americans, unfortunately. People use it only for the States. Americans, fucking continent. Anyways. American football, like the album? Which album? Oh, there's an album. From who? We're just more You did not. Acting all offended. I mean, that's basically the reason why, but you don't even have a good name. You're just the States. Soccer was invented by European ladies to keep them busy while their husbands did the cooking. That's kind of a weird definition. Wouldn't be surprised if American football is the most lucrative sport in the world. That's insane. It depends on there must be a statistic about it. Because American football depends on how many countries. How many countries are taken in that type. Wait. Google may have some sort of answer for me. sport is? Which sport industry, I think, is the most? Sometimes you have to be very careful with how you spell stuff. Supposedly it is. It's pretty clear. I wonder what type of data they take into account for this. The highest paid sport industry is actually basketball. The one that pays the best, not the most lucrative. Another thing. I'm learning stuff. Interesting. There's always something to learn. Always nice to learn stuff. It also depends on what you look for. Because it's like, who makes the most money, who pays the most money, and which one spends the most money. Those are very interesting things to take into account, I think. Also, I wonder, or maybe there are like all sports. Wait, all sports are played around the world, maybe. Which sport has the most participation, I wonder? I heard that these sports are dying because they can't make it profitable. It's things that esports are very kind of what do you call it, niche? It's not like a general audience type of sport. They don't last as long in basketball, and they usually end up broke within a few years of not playing, lack of spending control, and wives and child support. I mean, I think it happens in a lot of stuff. I feel like that's the thing with high-paying jobs like that and stuff. If you're not taught how to control that amount of money, how to keep track of everything, you just lose it all. A lot of people have had that happen. And it's just like, they get paid so much, how? And then it's just like, yeah, they get paid that much, that quickly, and it just goes out that quickly. Esports are forced to grow by companies infusing large amounts of money, creating a bubble that can't organically grow on its own. In a way, yes. I cannot understand what you're telling me. I feel like the thing with esports is that maybe it was pushed a lot and it wasn't like something that grew with time. Because most sports actually grew with time, I feel. So they have more of an audience. Maybe in like decades into the future, esports are more normal and you actually have maybe more of an audience, like more of a general audience that would like to watch it or invest on it, stuff like that. Football is 100% the most popular of the USA. Basketball is probably the second most. Maybe, yeah. I feel like no one ever comes out alright from winning large amounts of money from the lottery. Yeah, no one. Unless you're very good with money. You have the companies try to force their new gamers to be esports, and it usually doesn't work out. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. I feel like not having exactly the most, like the biggest audience, also pushing it too much too quickly. And let me see. Also not getting that many players too. How do you call it? Because how do I say it? Some players, here, some players, are really good at something, right? They kind of, I feel like sometimes they get pushed too much. Deleted by accident again. Oh. Overwatch had a hard time in this pursuit due to the meta being stagnant and not fun. The matches. Yeah. The thing is that a lot of the times are kind of nice a meta. Oh well, yeah, maybe, yeah. But that would make the match very boring. So. How would you call it? I feel like it's more fun to see a group of friends streaming a co-op game than seeing someone playing it professionally. But that comes from someone that doesn't enjoy watching sports, which is basically the same thing. I mean, it's the same in a way. If I went to a football match or soccer, I would just see people running around with a ball, passing a ball, and I would just get no enjoyment out of it. Maybe if they score a goal, I could shout or something, celebrate a little bit. Maybe that's the atmosphere that people kind of crave, kind of like when you go to a concert for the vibes, not for the artist. Maybe something like that has something to do with it. But I don't see that much of a difference in the execution of stuff. But maybe it's, I don't know. I don't really see much of a difference from someone that doesn't enjoy both. Or the mosh pit. That's a pretty fun thing. Haven't lost it. You're still alive. At least you didn't get crushed. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like maybe the audience is the issue. Like there's not a big enough audience to bring in the money that is needed to keep it afloat. Maybe, like I said, maybe in the future, in like a few decades and stuff, with newer generations and things, it's like more of a viable thing. I don't know. For now, I prefer to watch someone streaming. Just streaming, having fun, talking to each other. I do prefer that. There was an Overwatch esports scene before Blizzard forced their way into control. Yeah, that's also the thing. The sponsors are being kind of invasive, and the game companies are being a bit invasive. But I think it kind of happens with a lot of stuff. It's not the fault of the teams. It's the fault of the whole, how do you call it, market. I hope that they made it based on city, and it turned out the most of the players were just Korean. They kind of shoot themselves in the foot, didn't they? See, I think that's where you should know your player base. There's no way there was no data on how that was going to turn out. There's no way. They should have known. Someone should have been like, hey, this is going to happen if we do it this way. You also try having university leagues. That's why I'm saying, like, you shouldn't force it if it happens naturally. Because with other sports, I feel like the students are the ones that are like, hey, we would like to have this one sport, and then it's a responsibility of the institution to have it work out. If you don't have students that want that type of activity, then don't force it. I feel like that's the issue. The forcing progress is not always a good idea, I feel. Because if you have people that are not interested, then you would have to just have people that are there for the money. If you're there for the money, there's just absolutely nothing holding the team together, I feel. Only stuff like Halo, Counter-Strike, and some fighting games like Smash Bros. And Street Fighter managed to have an esports scene. Could be. I'm not really into sports, so I wouldn't be able to say. But maybe like fighter games, stuff like that, could be like an interesting thing. I mean, yeah, the Smash Bros. I mean, it's more interesting to watch, at least. Single player gamer mainly. That's the thing. It's a very how do you call it? It's like a smaller audience, and not everyone likes competitive things. That's also an interesting point that you bring up. If you're a mainly single player gamer, you're not going to go to esports, because why would you be interested in it? It's only for people that actually like competitive stuff. They like, I don't know, things like team-based competitive stuff or solo play. But so you take like an already small community, small audience, and you kind of had to fraction it, and you just get one part of the whole. Halo predates esports. It grew organically and was super popular. Exactly, that's why you should not be forcing games into esports that are not getting there by themselves. Speaking of which, I saw that video how good crouching and some other stuff is in Elden Ring, and now I want to do a generic night build. It's incredible just how one video can just take you to, oh, I should make another playthrough. Just go for it. I say go for it. Have fun with your generic night. In competitive ranked ruins games. I mean, yeah, it either makes a game because it's a competitive ranked game, or completely ruins it. Like, why would you need this? This is the thing. It's like, is this feature needed? Is it necessary? Or is it just something that you put in just to make it competitive? Like, for example, what's the competitiveness about? What is it? Do you think Marvel Rivals will have an esports scene? Most likely it will try. It will try. And whenever, if it gets there or not, it's going to end up being... I feel like it depends on the community. Honestly. The community will have to carry, honestly, in this type of things. The community and the players. Whoever wants to be like a competitive player, like a professional player for Marvel Rivals. At the end of the day, your player base is the one that has to carry you to esports. I don't think that's... What's going on? Oh! Okay. Yeah, it's like 8:20. I need to go have dinner. They are just calling me like, hey, we just made it. Nice. Hello parties were peak multiplier for me. Have you heard of Fat Kid Infection Temple Run? Yes, I have heard about those. Probably ban some skins since I managed to get an esports scene. Yes, yes. They most likely will. Like how they do in fighting games, yes. It's kind of weird that they do that, but you know what? Sometimes you kind of have to accept that that things are like that. Kind of weird that they ban skins. Maybe just use the basic skins and whatever. But yeah, some skins are a bit weird, distracting, I would say. I'm gonna play Elden Ring instead of Minecraft now. I was reminded of that stuff. Yeah, and maybe when you get out, of Elden Ring, you will know what to do in Minecraft. So yeah, I mean, I think it works. Not advertising friendly skins. I mean, you're getting a game that you're killing people or you're just beating each other up. I don't think that's friendly at all, but you know, to each their own. Good old Sword and Board will almost be my favorite place. Have fun with it. I am going to go have dinner, I feel. So I'll need to leave it here in a little bit. So I will do my best so I can stream tomorrow. I think that maybe I can do that. So we can do some Dark Souls. I'm not sure. I hope I can do some Dark Souls. But yeah. Maybe. I don't know. Make Elden Ring on my... Oof! The whole map? Although I like to handle Big Bunk. It's not bad. Not bad at all. I've been able to build a computer in Minecraft to play Minecraft. Wow! Inception. That's an interesting concept. Who got the idea? I don't know. How do you do that? I will need to search for it. Anyways, I'll have to get it here. So bye bye. See you tomorrow if I can. I most likely will. I'll try my best. Rest well and have a good weekend if I don't see you. Thank you for passing by. Had a lot of fun. Bye bye. There we go.